James Kaufman, World News Report today, September 1st, 2024. God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at a disturbance in Earth's electromagnetic field. This has nothing to do with a long-term M flare that has occurred over the last 6 hours. That actually occurred from about 12 UTC time, which was here, all the way until 1800 UTC time. This electromagnetic field disturbance is actually being caused by another agitator, and I will show you what that agitator is. The reason we can have a Schumann resonance spike, an electromagnetic field disturbance while we're having a solar flare, is because we don't have solar weather, i.e. anything but the X-rays hitting Earth currently. There is no CME or solar winds hitting Earth, which means our shields are down, which of course I will also show you. When our shields are down, well, we'll explain as we go. All right, taking a look at our Schumann resonance. Anytime we see a disturbance in our electromagnetic field, we regularly can translate that into a severe Schumann resonance spike, as we can here. This started about 11 UTC time and lasted until about 1530 UTC time. So about 4.5 hours. And it was quite intense, going off the charts at 110 hertz several times. You can see how hard the geophones were hit up here. Now, how is this possible during a solar flare? Well, a solar flare is not a solar storm. A solar flare does cause a solar storm or geomagnetic storm, and usually at that point our shields rise to protect Earth. But currently our shields are down and we're experiencing no space weather per se, a geomagnetic storm. Thus we can have a Schumann resonance spike along with a very strong M-class solar flare at the same general time. But as you see, not lined up perfectly, not even close. All right, taking a look at the Schumann resonance on a 6-day comparison, we see that we really haven't had any activity in the last 3 or 4 days. And we can also see that we have had a Schumann resonance spike that lasted about 4.5, maybe 5 hours from right around maybe 10:30, 11 UTC time until around 1530 UTC time. And currently it's about 1900 UTC time. The M flare actually lasted just past 1800 UTC time and started at 7 UTC time, right back here. So, although they line up somewhat, you can see the difference. The M flare was the longest M flare I remember ever seeing, and this was caused by something completely different. And I will show you that our shields are down, causing these spikes. Taking a look at our hourly geophone strips cut up into 15-minute segments. Here, we don't see much of a response. I believe these geophones are covered in snow based on pictures around the modeling agency in northern Italy, just in the foothills of the Alps themselves. Now we can see here this was a real event. It didn't start back here at 7 like our solar flare did. There was some activity here right about 9:30, and then again about 10:30, which is what we guesstimated. And you can see that we had a great response from our ULF noise monitor, our ELF noise monitor. Our geophones even moved quite a bit. They're not moving like they usually do, again, because they have been covered in snow. And you can see exactly when our SR2 frequency dips is exactly 10:30 when we guessed maybe the start of this event. And again, this event looks like it has ended right around 1630 UTC time. really around 1530, you can see our ULF and ELF noise monitors return to normal, which lines up perfectly with the Schumann spikes or amplitudes line up perfectly. This was a real event. So it took me forever to figure out what was causing the Schumann resonance that never spiked over 37 hertz in 2017 to spike higher and higher each year. Well, it turns out that it appears that we're losing our upper atmosphere, maybe because of the ongoing magnetic pole flip. That would be the best guess, but we're definitely losing our upper atmosphere. That would be our E and F layers of our atmosphere. Now, they do reappear when we're experiencing space weather, which is why we never have a Schumann resonance spike while we're being hit with a geomagnetic storm. If the E and F layers, which I will show you shortly, return and our shields rise. Currently, our agitator here is lightning. We've always had lightning, period. But each year, our Schumann resonance spike goes higher and higher. Regularly, you would think, hey, higher frequency, higher vibration means we're actually ascending. Well, I don't believe that is the case, although mathematically that should be the case if you look at all the theories that they're trying to sustain as theories of everything, string theory, superstring theory, M theory, etc. So I don't see any ascension looking around the world. All I see is war and chaos. And I believe that these higher frequencies and vibrations are just being caused because the agitators are having a far shorter route up to the lowest part of our atmosphere that's still there, the D region, and back to the monitors on the ground. I will show you that as well. Our agitator here is a lightning storm. Our modeling station is right here. Now I'm going to head over to Discover Real-Time Solar Wind Satellite to show you that our shields are down all day long here in pink. It's exactly what you're seeing. Shields down all day long here in pink. So we can verify that right there. Now for a quick explanation. Now I'm not saying you're not being affected by these higher frequencies and vibrations. You very well may be and probably are being affected. But again, this is due to the loss of our F and E layer at parts of our ionosphere, or at least the shields are down to the D layer currently. They have popped up and do pop up when we experience space weather, and you won't see these very strong Schumann resonance spikes when that occurs because the agitator, here being lightning, has a much further way to go. It used to bounce off the F1 or F2 layer and return to the monitors to be measured. And since it had a much longer way to go, it comes back and is much lighter when it hits the sensors themselves. Now each year we're losing more and more of our atmosphere. Again, they do seem to rise when we're experiencing space weather, but generally this is now the agitator bouncing off the lowest layer of our ionosphere, the D layer, and returning with more velocity to the sensors on the ground. Now, once I figured this out, I found 1,000 papers that went over this exact topic. Now, again, most people think it's because of the magnetic field reversal, or pole flip, if you will, but I can't swear that to be the facts. I do know that we're losing our upper atmosphere. I do know that this agitator, or these agitators, are bouncing off the D layer at times, like today, and each year the atmosphere seems to dissipate more and more, making the Schumann resonance spike higher and higher every single year. We saw it first go up to 100, then 200, now well over 200 hertz. Now, as I indicated, a higher frequency and higher vibration should mean that we are ascending, although I do not think that is the case. That doesn't mean that these frequencies should not disrupt you. Your regular Schumann resonance frequency should be 7.83 hertz. Now, I've seen several studies showing that a slight rise in Schumann resonance up to about 15 hertz has been good in short periods of time, both cognitively and physically, improving animal and human performance. But that's only if the animal or human is able to go back to the resting state of 7.83 or even lower than 7.83 basic Mother Earth's heartbeat Schumann resonance, where, well, I guess the equilibrium is. You can see that, again, these spike clear past 110, and we really don't know how high they go. With that said, this very well could be affecting you. I personally am very lethargic, and it's hard to operate when we have high Schumann resonance levels. Let me know if this affects you in the comments below, and let me know how these higher frequencies and vibrations affect you in the comments below, and let me know if you understood what I was trying to explain during this video. With that said, God bless each and every one of you guys. Please share our video. Please subscribe. Always remember, anything's possible in Bizarro World.